that is what I really was, you know, like happy about that idea to go in the studio and actually create new songs with the singers, you know, with the original singers.
If you had told me 30 years ago that we'd be doing this, you would think you were crazy.
This is something special with the original singers. They are fronting together and backing each other up. That was a great idea.
But it was just about Michael Schenker Fest in the studio. I think that is how, just out of a joke, I think that's how it really started. Michael Schenker Fest in the studio. And when I say fest, I imagine, you know, a big table with lots of food and stuff like that. We had that album cover that looked like the Last Supper with you know, Jesus Christ, and then we had Resurrection, and then I went like, oh, I just call the single, I just call the instrumental Salvation. It was like, you know, and then Doogie had this song, Take Me to the Church. I mean, I don't know how all of these elements came about, you know, but somehow it's kind of funny that it became, ironically, like that kind of a thing.
It's going to be probably the best Michael Schenker record that you've ever heard.
You know what an album really makes it heavy? It's not the guitars, it's not the bass. Do you know why all these AC/DC albums are so heavy? Because they're so fucking tight.
Save a life, save a soul, like we're breathing. Warrior, here you stand with no fear.
It's time for me to show up with original singers, you know, because I have done all this time I had been singing my most popular music with you know, either Doogie in Temple of Rock or other people, and so now it was the time that I got excited about, you know, and to have the original singers, at least from the 80s, you know, Gary Barden, Graham Bonnet, Robin McCauley, and then of course the next step was like, well, let's add Doogie to it and make it complete, you know. And so basically, it's becoming not a circus, but like a big show.
It's an interesting, actually, like a mixture of actually singers and actually tones and up there and underneath there and in the middle. You know, sort of stuff, you know.
It's great. I think people when they hear this Michael Schenker Fest with all of the singers, I think they're going to be a really, it's something that they're going to want to have. That's what I think.
I was just amazed, laughing my head off, while they were all goofing around in the studio and singing, and it was so funny. Honestly, it was just amazing.
If you open the book, turn the page, take a look, find the truth right between the lines. Read the story and wonder how it all just begun. Well, admit it's one of a kind. Give him protection with love and affection, standing with honor and pride. Every now, every then, we'll be always the same, born to follow, walk a fine line.